Thank you and good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report, Wednesday, January 14th. On Monday, it was a disaster of two first quarters as two punts by the Steelers and one field goal and a fumble in the first quarter. That was it. Pittsburgh led 3-0 after one. To open the second quarter, a touchdown was scored by a 20-yard run by the Texans. Touchdown on that run. A punt, a fumble, and a field goal would end it 7-6. The Texans led. In the start of the third quarter, it was sloppy. 3 punts, an INT, and that started the fourth. A field goal was good. A strip sack and a fumble recovery for a touchdown that sequentially ended the game after the field goal was good by the Texans. That time it was 17-6. Woody Marks scored another one for 24-6. And then a 50-yard interception return to the house made it 30-6. 30-6. Running a summary wrap-up for the second half. I was like, how did the Chiefs lose this one? And then I saw the fourth quarter, and I said that explains it. Turnovers killed them. Houston scored 2 defensive corner turnovers, although the Texans did turn over the ball twice. The game flipped pretty fast. In the fourth quarter, Texans dominated with Will Anderson Jr. pass rush all night. Pittsburgh couldn't protect Aaron Rodgers. Steelers' offense was one-dimensional and could not run effectively, fell behind, becoming predictable. Today, after the game last night, Mike Tomlin decided not to renew his contract and stepped away. He said he would take a year off maybe, and we'll see. Maybe he could be hired in Kansas City in a couple of years. Tomlin won 2 Super Bowls in Pittsburgh and was the head coach for 18 years. So no matter what, losing in the playoffs was a reputation for a long time. He did coach football for the longest tenure, 18 years. 9 positions are ready for head coaches to come their way. Now we look at the NFL playoffs for next week. Saturday, Buffalo and Denver might be the best. Denver hosts Buffalo and travels that game at 4:30 and 3:30 Central. That game's an early game. San Francisco at Seattle. Primetime evening game around 7 p.m. 5 Eastern. Sunday's games, January 18th, Houston at New England, mid-afternoon game, 2 p.m. Eastern and 1 p.m. Central. Los Angeles Rams at Chicago Bears, early evening about 5:30. We'll tell you more on that on Friday and Saturday. Also, Adam Thielen is retired. Last night, the Kansas Jayhawks pulled off a big upset as they won 84-63. The Hawks played their best game of the season. The Jayhawks, Trey White, led them in scoring for 16. He had 10 rebounds. Darian Peterson chipped in with 19. You heard my Sam on smack on that earlier, that I don't think he should be playing college basketball. Kansas definitely played better and figured out some things and can bring it if they want to. What matters most for Kansas is they showed fight and execution. They guarded and looked more compromised. They proved they can win close games. Kansas definitely Mizzou was down 12-5 and capped up the game with a 69-62 winning game. All of a sudden lost their game as in the second half, Mizzou was only ahead by 66-72, but Missouri closed after the timeout by Dennis Gates. Missouri wins 84-74. Jaden Stone looks really good as he scores 22. Kansas State loses again 83-72 and have not came up with a win this whole entire year. Number 13 Illinois over Northwestern 79-68. The Illini went on the road and they are 5-1 in conference play. The Royals don't have a new stadium, but the Royals don't have a new stadium, but they have news. News on the stadium is the Royals moving the fences and may play some plays to put more homers on the board. About one more a series, which would be about 10 more. So yeah, you may notice as a fan. You may think this is also no big deal. What it means is power numbers will go up, especially for right-handed hitters. Kauffman Stadium has always been a pitcher-friendly ballpark. Fly balls that were used to be out, of course, could now be out. Adding 10 to 20 extra home runs makes moves KC a little more active in the free agency market. Maybe pitchers may give up more home runs. ERAs could tick up. This could be a change for the Royals that like to keep the ball in the outfield for fly-ball pitchers. Here's how much the Royals moving the fences in the 2026 season. Power alleys left 389 to set 379 feet, 10 feet closer. Corners, other outfielders are sports generally 9 to 10 feet closer. The outfield of center field is 410. Foul poles remain about 310. This is Sam Ball in Sports for Sam Sports Report.